I am Joe Felstad for Real Time with IPC, and with me today is Mel Parrish, the Director of Training and Materials for STI Electronics, and Mel is also Chair of the IPC Product Assurance Committee.
That's correct.
So Mel, maybe you could tell us, I know that there's a number of things associated with that and a number of very important documents that the IPC has, and perhaps arguably the most important or biggest success. So maybe you could tell us a little bit about the committee.
Well, certainly. Product assurance, we have a great deal of support from our IPC membership, and product assurance includes several of our very important documents, which is IPC A610, it'd be the top of the list probably. Very successful documents, very highly illustrated, widely used throughout the world, and interpreted in many different languages. Associated with that, of course, is IPC A600, which deals with board acceptability. 771121, repair practices guidelines, and some of the others are 620, which is a newer one that we've just brought into fruition about 2-3 years ago on cable and harness attachments. Right. And we've just gone through our first revision of that. Some of the others that we're working on are our A&J handbook, which is an 820 document, but that's compilation of many of our handbooks that we have to support some of our IPC documents. Instead of having handbooks for each one, we decided to put it all in one. Right. And very conscious effort, very difficult task in bringing that all together, but it's coming pretty close. And we worked very hard on that one in this particular committee. But we've had some exciting times here at Apex. We talked about some training issues and new certification training programs associated with some of the NASA programs and how that's going to be accomplished. We've worked on some addendums for some of the other documents.
A lot of talk in recent times about tin whiskers, a big concern that comes along with the lead-free. Is that going to wind up as a part of the discussions going forward, or future generations?
It has, and certainly that deals more with the process materials documents. Product assurance, what we're looking at is what is a result of that. And how do we determine if it's going to impact our hardware? Is it good, is it bad, that type of thing. But certainly it's an issue. And in fact, we modified our documents in the last revision, which was revision D, considering J Standard 1 and 610, which we try and keep compatible. With tin whiskers, lead-free issues as far as appearance, because appearance is different, even though it may be a successful attachment. But the appearance of the attachment may be slightly different. And we accomplished that with D-Rev, and we'll refine that with the new revisions we're working on right now, which is going to Rev E for both of those documents.
Okay, good. Yeah, these are one of those, the unfortunate thing, I think, is because of the rate of acceleration in technology, is that every time we finish, we wind up with more or less a history document.
Lessons learned, what did we learn last time?
Right.
Absolutely.
And what do we have to learn next time? So what kinds of things are you anticipating for this next revision, the kinds of things or technologies that are on the horizon or part of the plan going forward?
Well, a lot of that's based upon our member input. The members bring us things that they think are important, and what we try and do is provide a consensus of how that should be done and the best approach to bring that into the documents as a standard approach which addresses everybody's interest and issues. With that, we try and bring in new technologies as best we can as they're standardized to the level that we can. Some of our newer components aren't that standardized yet. For instance, some of the QFNs, it depends on the package style, what you actually see, so we don't have a real standard approach to that, but we're getting there. We're getting pretty close. Once it's standardized, then we can bring it in and people are used to using it, we can bring it in and put a good document together, and that's some of the things we're working on with the new Rev E to 610.
So now you have a pretty active committee, I'm sure. Lots of people.
Very active. But our participation here is up from last time, which kind of surprised me. I thought it might be down some, but it's actually accelerated for this particular meeting. Good attendance. We had around 60 people in both the J Standard 001 and 610, which we worked together somewhat. That's great. But excellent attendance. We worked from Friday night through Sunday on 610. So we've been here since last week.
Yeah, that's one thing you learn about these IPC events is it's not just fun. That's a lot of hard work that goes into the exercise. Come ready
to work.
That's right. I don't think most of these people had a chance to lose much money in the casinos, which is probably a good thing.
Haven't been in a casino yet.
So now, tell me a little bit, bring me up to speed on STI Electronics. I know it was founded by Jim Raby, and I think many of the people listening know Jim by reputation. He's certainly one of the the gurus of soldering technology. I know he ran his operations at China Lake for many years, and a real pioneer and very important founder or participant in the soldering technology.
Oh, absolutely. Jim's been a mentor of mine for many, many years, and it seems like I've followed him from place to place. My career after retirement from the Air Force started at China Lake.
Okay.
Where I spent 10 years working in the technology groups there and working with the Cat A position and working with the technology group at China Lake, and both that in the training center at China Lake. And from that, you know, we moved from place to place, worked at the MPF, but wound up working with Jim down in Huntsville, Alabama, Madison actually, and real exciting things going on there. We're expanding. We got a brand new facility just built, expanded our clean room operations and capabilities. We have an excellent analytical lab. We have good engineering groups, and we still have our trademarks, which are training and training material supplies, which is where I work. But good things going on. Jim's been on vacation. He should be returning pretty quick. So
out fishing, is he?
He did a tour of Australia.
Oh, really? Okay.
So very, very extensive tour. I'm sure he had a great time. Him and Ellen, which I'm sure you know as well, went together and spent some time together. And it seems like he's having a great time.
Yeah, well, I think that Jim and you then have probably done a substantial portion of the training for soldering technology over the years. It's laid the foundation. I know the IPC has some of their own training programs. I suspect you have some involvement in that as well.
Oh, sure. Yeah, that's become, you know, something that we do quite readily within our training area, training services area of STI. Certainly we have distribution of other products that we work, but our background and our initial development for STI and what Jim brought together as a commercial activity after he left the Navy was the training. And certainly that's a base for what we do within STI as well.
So how do folks contact you then? Is it the website you have?
Certainly. Website's a very easy way to do it. www.solderingtechincorporated.com.
Okay.
That's an easy way to get a hold of us, or if not, call Mel Parrish, and my number's in the books mainly, so, and we'll put you in touch with the right people.
Super. Mel, thank you very much for taking time out to give us an update on things. And
good to see you again.
And hopefully some of you will find your way to work with some of Mel's activities on the Product Assurance Group. It's volunteers, it's hard work, but it's very important work and a lot of fun.
Great.
Thanks for listening. I'm Joe Felstad for Real Time with IPC.